This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and that far. We keeping the foot on the whoop, Hke'S. We keeping the foot on the whoop, Hke'S. And like the Tibetan Mastiff that I am, man, like the Siberian Tiger that I am, I'm applying whoop on immediate pressure. Because pressure does what? Heat versus pipes. Let's talk about it, man. He Knows Everything told you guys, man, that Terence Crawford, though, walking behind the damn fence, that he eventually had to fight Shawn Porter. Remember what He Knows Everything and famously said? Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He said it again. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Shawn Porter can't hide, man. And the reason why Terence Crawford cannot hide from Shawn Porter, because that's what I meant, is because of the fact that Al Heyman basically outmuscled Bob Arum. Al Heyman told Bob Arum a long time ago, man, listen, you are going to have to make the Chihuahua walking behind the damn fence, and Terence Crawford to show up, to show out, and to give us one hellified performance before he steps into the Spence versus the Crawford fight. You can't have the Chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. And Terence Crawford thinking that he could get out the bed, don't brush his teeth. Where they do that at? Who raised you? Like TK Kirkland said, who raised you, dog? And show up to the Spence versus the Crawford fight. This is why his yes master, yes master, Jerry Heller, and i.e. Bob Arum, to his Easy E and Terence Crawford, the Negro that's missing a few fucking screws, re-signed with Top Rank twice. Where they do that at, dog? TK Kirkland again. Who raised you? I guess Omaha, Nebraska raised them, dog. This is what happens when you're dealing with mama's boy, pure fucking Beta Supremes. They do bullshit and fuck shit like this. They masquerade bullshit and fuck shit like this. They affiliate themselves with bullshit and fuck shit like this. And they beget bullshit and fuck shit like this. When it's all said and done, we've realized a long time ago that Terence Crawford is nothing but a Chihuahua walking behind the damn fence. And when it's all said and done, he has to fight Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter been calling his ass out. He Knows Everything told you guys, and I told you guys, you know, it's the self-same person, one and the same. As Shawn Porter, Showtime Shawn Porter, he's been promoted back to Showtime. He's going to the school of unlimited pressure, because pressure does what? Heat versus pipes. Shawn Porter learns that very well, but he had an active father in the home, and i.e. Kenny Porter. That's why I respect Shawn Porter. Contrary to what y'all think, it was just he was going up against my dude, though. You go up against Mr. Tactical Aggression, Mr. Technical Punch Placement, and Mr. Body Snatching Work, the levying onslaught of the punishment style. I don't pull no fucking punches for that motherfucker. I just don't. But everybody else, shit. Hey, Shawn Porter, you get the biggest salute of the damn day. Because I know what Shawn Porter's going to bring. He's going to bring unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? Heat versus pipes. When it's all said and done, Terence Crawford not only had to bend the proverbial fucking knee, like He Knows Everything said, he's bending the proverbial fucking knee, not willingly, involuntarily. Let me say it again. He's doing it not willingly, but involuntarily. He Knows Everything told you guys, bending of the proverbials of the fucking knees have to happen one or two ways. Either way, it's going to happen. You voluntarily decide to bend the proverbial fucking knee, or you will be forced. This will be an involuntarily version of it. And what has involuntarily happened to Terence Crawford, though? The Chihuahua walking behind the damn fence. He's bending the proverbial fucking knee and kissing the ring while he's at it to earn the true space on two folds. One, the fact that there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You know the number 3 is the number of confirmation He has to fight the unlimited pressure of Shawn Showtime Porter, because pressure does what? He bursts his pipes. Shawn Porter is the silver lining fight that he has to have in order for him to be ushered in to the Spence versus the Crawford fight. This is what makes a super fight. Both fighters have to have arduous fights. Terence Crawford, the Chihuahua, walking behind the damn fence. He has to have his fumble fight. While Earl the True Spence, Mr. Tactical Aggression, Mr. Technical Punching Placement, and Mr. Body Snatching Word, the Living on Style the Punishment Style, is fighting Manny Pacquiao. And come August 21st, he's going to properly retire Manny Pacquiao. Terence Crawford versus Shawn Porter needs to happen around October. And I would say between September and October. I would push that bitch out. We in what, July? I would say October. Basically pronounce the fight now and have that shit going October. I would say no later between October and November. I'll probably say November, just to make sure everybody get their 9 to 12 week training camp, and for this to be a real affair. And plus, you know, you need to let the steam of Spence versus Pacquiao die down, because you know Earl the True Spence is a rock star and a boogeyman, dog. He's the big fish. When it's all said and done, he knows everything is looking like what he's always looked like. Nostradamus, Sun Tzu, aka Art of War, 7 steps ahead of the game, 48 laws of power on that ass. Because he told you guys, and that all of this shit would happen exactly the way that he prophesied it would happen. A prophet is not honored in his own home, but those whom they've rejected became the chief cornerstone, dog. The greatness personification can only be hindered. The motherfucker can't be stopped. And the greatness personification of a prophesying of a he knows everything that can't be stopped, dog. The fact that Earl the True Spence made Terence Crawford the Chihuahua walking behind the damn fence, bend the proverbial fucking knee. Not one but twofold. It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, But I leave with this, though. Terence Crawford, you know the drill. That's why Yes Master Uncle Bob is mad as fuck. Because you can't sell a chicken dinner, let alone cookout. You don't have no cachet. Because if you had that, you could excoriate your ass away from Shawn Porter. But because you don't, you got nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Let me say it again. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.